Hello everyone and welcome to Myplantyplace. I just wanted to do a video basically starting off introducing myself to my Instagram page and starting with a good video I think which people will appreciate. So this is top 5 houseplants that are really easy to care for, and I don't really have to do anything to keep them alive. They just stay alive and they're really easy. So I'm going to go through exactly what those top 5 are. So I'm going to start from the bottom. Number 5, it's probably the most common one people find really easy to take care of, and this is various different types of cacti and succulents. The reason why I find them so easy really is because the only requirement I would say that they need is to have light. And it's a common misconception with cacti is that you can just shove them in a dark corner, but if you think about where they've come from, which is like the desert and like in a very hot climate, where it is sunny and it is light, you need to give them light. So most of my cacti sit on the windowsill or a little bit back from the windowsill, and I have a south-facing window, so it gets quite light. However, these are so easy to care for. They're not for everyone. Obviously, they are spiky, so if you have small children or pets that like to eat things, then it's probably not going to be the best one, but they're so easy. I water them only when it's completely dry. So with cacti it's hard because you can't always put your finger fully in the soil because I would hurt myself, but it's something that dries out in the window, I would say every 2 to 3 weeks, and I would just fully water it then, and I've never had an issue. I've also never killed one. So they're doing really well for me. So that's number 5. That's what I would say is out of the top 5, not so easy as some of the other ones. The next one I would say is a spathiphyllum, which is a peace lily, is what it's mainly known for. These are such an easy houseplant. I cannot explain how easy these are. This one looks a little bit ropey because these are easy because they do not need light. They will still push out new leaves. They will still push out new growth regardless of what light condition they're in. I've had one of these in an area where there is no natural light touching it at all, and it's still putting out new leaves. I have a really large one in my corridor, and there's no window that gives it light at all, and it is pushing out these massive new leaves. So they're so easy. The misconception with these is that a lot of people, when they droop down, like if you haven't watered it in a couple of days, it will literally droop down completely and people think, oh, it's dead, okay. The crazy thing about this is when it droops down, it needs water, so water it, and then within a few hours it's gone whoop, and it's moved up again, and it's crazy how quick it happens. It's such an interactive plant. I love it. The foliage is so pretty, and they're an easy plant to keep. I tend to give these as gifts because in the UK you can buy them from a supermarket, so these are really easy. Light conditions, like I say, you don't even need. You can put it in a bright window or you can put it in a very dark corner and it will thrive regardless. So I would definitely recommend. So that's a spathiphyllum, a peace lily. A quick thing actually about these is you'll buy them with the white lilies coming out of it, the white small peace lilies. They will die off indoors, and I've not known any of mine to ever re-bloom again. And I've had some in a full sun window and they still don't grow back. I do believe that if you keep them outside in a very hot climate, they will come back. However, I've never had them grow back. So I just use it as like a green foliage plant and I absolutely love it. It's an easy plant to keep. The next one I would say, so this is number 3, is a Ficus elastica. This is a Ficus elastica variegata, so it's the variegated kind. I have never killed a Ficus elastica before. It's a rubber tree plant, as a lot of people call it. They're so easy, and you can really clearly see when new growth comes through. This is the newest leaf that this one's put out. I absolutely love it. They're so easy to take care of. I only water this when dry. This will thrive in a medium or to bright indirect light. I literally have this one. It's on my table. It's like a few feet from the window. It's not very far back, but it's not getting like direct sun or anything like that, and it's pushed out a new leaf since being there. I don't fertilise it ever. I've got a very large regular Ficus elastica, and I do fertilise that one in the growing season like once a month, but that's about it. But this one I've never fertilised, and she's pushed out a couple of new leaves since I've had her. These top are new since I've got her, so they're really easy. Again, light requirements are easy. You only need to water her when dry. Again, she will slightly droop if she needs water, and that's it. I mean, these are literally, I've never killed one, and even when I was a beginner and I lived in London with no natural light in my apartment, I still kept these alive. So it's something that I find very, very easy, and I think that anybody could look after one of these. Okay, so number 2, I'm not going to lift it, but this is my Monstera deliciosa, which is up here, if you can see. It's a very classic plant. It's seen a lot on Instagram and all over the place. It's such an easy plant to care for. It will push out new growth in a medium light, even quite a low light setting. It will push out new growth. It's so easy to maintain. Light requirements, it will survive in any light. Please do give it some light. It won't survive like a spathiphyllum will, but it will survive in like a medium light where you think, oh, it's not really getting much. It will still push out new growth. In the growing season, in the summer, I do fertilise it like once a month, and I see a clear difference from it. So I see the leaves being pushed out, which is amazing. But I absolutely love it. I have my tattoo of my Monstera leaf here because I love it so much. It's my favourite plant that I have. I got it from a pop-up store when I lived in Munich in Germany, and it was amazing, like jungle store. It was amazing, and I got it from there, and it's pushed out so much new growth since I got it. I think about 5 or 6 new leaves, so it really thrives. I only water it when completely dry because it's such a large bottom. I don't think you can see, but it's in this massive basket with a massive pot underneath, and I will stick my finger down into the soil, or I'll use my big moisture meter just to test to see if it's completely dry. When it is, I then water it, and it's very easy that way. So I would definitely recommend one of those if you're looking for something that is not hard to look after, and you don't need to constantly be checking on it. So number 1 easy houseplant that I would say is the Sansevieria. So I have lots of Sansevieria. This is a Sansevieria cylindrica. This is so easy to care for. They're part of the same family, but I'm not going to hold them both because it's really heavy. But this is a really classic Sansevieria that you can find kind of all over the place. This one I think was from a supermarket in Germany. It was a long time ago I got this. But this is the number 1 hands down easiest houseplant that I have ever seen or come across or looked after. Again, I've never killed one. I've had some in a bathroom with no windows. It doesn't push out new growth with no windows because it's just basically dying slowly when you're putting a plant with no windows. However, it still stayed alive. I kept watering it if I needed to. But I can't remember the last time I watered this. I mean, I can feel it's quite light. However, I water it when completely dry, maybe once a month. I will definitely water it. They obviously need the water. However, she's pushing out constant new growth. I mean, there's new leaves coming through in the middle. It's such an easy plant. If you are one of those people that thinks, oh, I'm going to kill the houseplant, or I can't keep houseplants alive, just get some Sansevieria, get some snake plants in your house. They will survive in any light condition, low light, a dark corner, in a really light spot as well. They will survive anywhere. And then if you forget to water it or you go away for long periods of time, these will still be sat waiting for you when you get home. It's so easy. So this is a Sansevieria. Again, you can find these pretty much anywhere. I've seen them in every plant store, in every supermarket that I've gone into. I got a few of mine from Tesco's last year, I think, and in IKEA and places like this. So you can get them anywhere. And this pot I think is just from Morrison's actually, and I think it looks so cute together. But yeah, so get one of these if you are worried about killing a plant, if you don't want to get any other plants because you're too scared about getting them and killing them. Get one of these. It's so easy. Okay, so that is it for my top 5 houseplants that are easy to care for. Number 5 was cacti and succulents. Number 4 was my Ficus elastica, I believe, and then Spathiphyllum, peace lily. Then you've got your Monstera deliciosa in the background, a big cheese plant, which is what you probably commonly know it as, and then a Sansevieria snake plant. So have fun, get some plants, start learning about them, feeling the soil, understanding a bit more about them by reading up online about them, and I hope you really enjoy it. So I will see you guys soon. Bye.